Welcome to Curling Stadium Leduc. I'm Haley Adams, and I'm joined by Abby Whitbread and Colby McDonald, and we're here for our feature game of the U18 Optimist Alberta Provincial Championships. Team Yurko against Team Cooey. Throwing lead stones for Team Cooey is Ella Cardinal. She's curled for 11 years. Throwing lead stones for Team Yurko is Kendra Koch. Throwing second stones for Team Cooey is Casey Johnston. She has curled for 6 years. Looks like that rock there might have got touched by a sweep. All good, it happens in the game. We throwing second stones for Team Yurko is Abby Milky. She's been curling for 10 years. Throwing third box for Team Cooey is Claire Cornelli. She's been curling for 8 years. This is a very aggressive call from Team Yurko here.
Yeah, I do like it though with that throwing that corner guard after trying to capitalize after that miss there, that burnt rock. Um, Really bold strategy, but see if it pays off. What
Yeah.
would you do here? Would you try and roll off that outside red, or would you rather try and make this draw here?
Well, considering where that red rock is, being that far out in the wing, I do like this call.
This rock is just going sideways here really early.
Yeah.
That path seems to be moving a lot because they gave a lot of ice there, kind of into that forefoot on the other side of that center line, and it just took off the whole way.
Hmm.
This path might be one for us to watch here. I'm not sure if it's not as much rotation, but that one also,
Diving right at the end there.
yeah, it just kind of goes sideways there on that path. So definitely something to watch on.
Throwing third stones for Team Yurko is Reese Morrison. She's been curling for 7 years.
Definitely an interesting call here, switching to go to that center guard, but appears to be caught in that that slide path. Doesn't
Hmm.
doesn't look to be slowing. Over curled all even when it's stopped there, it was showing about half on the other side. So this ice is really swinging here. Definitely given on the fact they're giving out on the edge of the 12 foot.
Yeah.
That's crazy ice. Here's an opportunity for Skip Lila Kui to be taking advantage of these early game misses and possibly get a good force or a steal going here if they can bury a rock top four underneath the center guard. Rock's coming in throwing a lot as well. Really just going sideways here at the end of that hog line. That break point is just taking these rocks. Well managed team shot there. Might be showing a piece on that left side a little bit, but I don't think enough for them to make a big enough play on this.
Skip stones for Team Yurko is Elena Yurko. She's been curling for 10 years.
They're following on that same path that Alakui here. It's just went down. Really is going sideways. They're trying to hold that line there as much as they can. Try and make that freeze to possibly make a play on it on their next one. Not a bad spot for that rock there. Definitely have a play on it on their next one, but I believe Team Kui here is probably going to try and play up maybe possibly a guard there, or what do you guys think?
Yep, I like that call.
Timeout call here from Atina Johnston, Team Cruise coach. And coaching for Team Yurko is Glenn Ector. So Tina just won the Senior Canadians. She'll be representing Canada at Worlds.
Good shot there from Lila Kui. It's not how they drew it up, but sometimes plan B works just as well as plan A. Yeah, now Lena Yurko is just going to draw in here, trying to get a piece of that button there and see if they can't get their one here.
My ratings are
Last rock coming down here and just sliding through the button area. Lila Kui with a steal of one. And 1-0 Kui going into the second end.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Welcome back to Curling City in Leduc. We're here for our feature game, Team Kui against Team Yurko. After our first end, Team Kui is up 1-0.
One just comes up a little bit short there. I believe they're trying to get it to go top four. One Team Yorko is selecting to draw around this guard here. Let's see how this path plays, because as we saw it coming the other way, it just all their rocks kind of just took off and went sideways.
Yeah, I think even on that first Team Fui rock, there even got a little bit of curl.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit slanted towards the right side of the sheet here if that one ran straight, because this one is also just going sideways.
Yeah.
Now Team Kui is just trying to draw around underneath these guards, but both skips seem to be taking the minimum amount of ice for these paths that are moving so much. You got about 4 or 5 feet there, and when it kind of hits just 5 feet outside that hog line, it just goes sideways.
Sweepers just get it in to bite the 12-foot.
And here goes fourth rock of the end here. Just sliding down, getting caught on that little bit more of a fresh path and a little bit tighter. Yeah. Either skip seems to be taking that little bit extra ice, or whoever might be first one whoever can bury one behind these 4 guards could end up taking an advantage in this end. How would your guys' team figure out these paths early? Would you guys, like with how big of a slant it is, would you avoid playing it, or would you encourage it and being able to use it to kind of bury around rocks?
I think, yeah, we'd probably encourage it. Definitely use it, figure it out as fast as possible, and hopefully use that to our advantage.
Just make sure our releases are straight and give that rock the best chance of not cutting over.
Yeah, that rock just ran pretty straight through, and that path's running decently fast. Both skips here struggling to find that clear path on this left side of the sheet, trying to navigate this immense amount of curl. See if whoever can, as I said earlier, bury this one rock underneath this could very easily take away a point in this end. It seems though, as the further you get out, if you don't get that break point early, it just seems like it just runs forever. And honestly, the ice might be a little bit smooth, kind of in that slide path.
Yeah, I think the hit here is probably the safe call, considering this ice is not easy to figure out at this point.
Yeah, definitely play a little bit more of a boosted weight, trying to play a little bit higher. So take a little bit of that break out of this, but still as well trying to make that roll underneath those guards. Sweepers are staying close. just racking on those guards there. Let's go into the rings a little bit. See if it finishes in. Almost got a piece there. Or do you want to play this rock here?
Could be smart here to tuck a piece under that guard and make it a little trickier here for Team Yurko.
Would you rather be fully buried on this one or show a piece on the outside?
I think show a piece on the outside.
Yeah, I think that definitely puts you in a power position.
Mm-hmm. Should be happy with that result as it just comes fighting top 8 in a good position.
Forcing Team Yurko to now have to peel a couple of their own rocks here, which isn't ideal on any end. Would you guys play any other shot besides this peel here, or just try and open it up for your skip, try and get rid of some of those reds?
Yep, I like the peel. I think still with 4 rocks to go, it's important to clear that up.
Yeah, especially with Team Kui already sitting their 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
Jam there to roll their yellow rock into the paint. Team Kui electing to throw another guard here.
Yeah, Team Yurko needs to make a shot here to kind of spark an end. A little bit of a comeback in this end, see if they can't place a rock in a good position or not. This rock here, if you watch it hit this break point, it's going to go all the way across with a little bit of help from the sweepers, all the way to split that center line. That curl is moving really nice right now. Yurko is going to try and make this double peel and see if they can't spill their yellow into the rings. Just got a little unlucky with that miss there. Would have been nice to kind of catch one of those reds that are in the rings, try and spill a couple open. Just missing those, and Team Kui is going to end up putting up another guard here, making it really difficult for Team Yurko to be able to get a rock in there. They're electing to take this out turn path. They're taking the same kind of ice that they take on that in turn. I'm not sure if it's going to curl as much on this side as we saw the first guard of the end kind of come up a little bit on an undercurl. What would your guys' plan be here if you were yellow?
Yellow, yeah, definitely in a bit of a tricky position here. So I think that in-turn draw might be their best option for a setup shot here. And they always do have that super steep in off.
Totally.
Pretty good position there from Team Kui.
I'm making Yurko either make that run back on that yellow on the left side of our sheet there, or if thinking about maybe playing some kind of double or triple run on the right side there of that rock that they just threw, leaving that open. I think their ideal spot there for Team Kui's would have been to curl it up a couple inches and see if they can't bury order that rock.
Call here from Glen Ector.
Not sure what calling here. I feel like at this point it's a little bit of Skip's preference on what they are more comfortable throwing and what they're more confident in making here. It's definitely a trickier end, but you do want to start limiting some of those rocks even if you do not score. So whether that's making a tap or making a draw through that port, you want to start getting some yellows into the action there.
No doubt.
For shot we have coming down here, she can't make low contact with that. Spills open underneath that guard, but is out counting two other reds, so that is a very nice shot for Team Yurko. Team Kui now is just going to be trying to guard up that path there and not let them get that.
Another timeout call here from Latina Johnston.
Where would you be wanting to place this rock if you were Team Kui? What is the rock that's going to hurt you the most if you are Team Kui? Like, what's Team Yurko's next shot on this one?
Honestly, I think all Team Yurko has is that draw through the port. Hopefully tap that one on the button back a little bit for their single point.
So either they play kind of a guard on that 4-foot line in between that yellow and red and the free guard zone there, or honestly, Yurko might have to play that angle slash there, try and stick that on the nose for 2. And their other shot though is that skinny in off that one that they kind of jammed on earlier. You skip Lila Kui to be throwing the last rock here to apply a little bit of a pressure to Team Yurko. The rocks coming down here, they elected to play the draw in to apply a lot more pressure to Lana Yurko.
That was a really great team shot there.
That was a great shot.
Probably as best as you can make that.
Yeah. Now Team Yurko has to make this angle slash not for 2, but to force them to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Elena Yurko here with her last rock, trying to make that angle raise to force red to 1. Red really played a sharp end here. But yeah, that one path here, this left side of the sheet is definitely curling a lot more. Down there, got the sweepers on it, trying to hold it. Trying to hold it. Oh, great shot.
Nice shot there from Alina Yurko to limit Team Kui's score to 2-0 after 2.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium Leduc. I'm Haley Adams and I'm joined with Abby Whitbread and Colby McDonald. We're here for our feature sheet of the Optimist Alberta U18 Provincial Championships. After 2 ends, Kui is up 2-0. Timeout there called by Atina, and now Team Kui looking to play that center guard. Pressure on.
It's a really good call there. Just
Mhm.
I like that because you almost kind of choke off that guard that they just tried to throw over to the corner. It's gonna make it a lot harder for them to be able to use their own yellow guard.
Absolutely.
This is a very important game for both teams as Team Kui is currently 4th in the standings and Team Yurko is currently 3rd. This could be very important for head-to-head scores as well as their records.
Yeah, both teams looking for the win here.
Electing for their out-turn draw out here at this ice here, it's going to be a little bit fresher, just way out there in that 12 foot that they had to put the broom. See if it comes in like the rest of the sheet has been. It's really curling in here at the end. They're getting all the way. They can get almost all the way buried.
It's a great throw there.
Now Casey Johnson throwing their first rock of the end, and it is really coming in there. It looks a little bit fast though, so might have a little bit of a bump of that yellow. That could be good for Team Kui. Oh yeah, just tapping it out of that 4-foot to sit 2 again. Team Yurko is now gonna have to look at possibly opening this up here. Yeah, they're gonna play that peel and try and open it up. They're looking to open up that a free guard zone there.
Biggest thing for both of these teams is making sure that they're trusting the ice. It's different in quite a few spots here, so
Team Kui electing just to play this guard here. They're really not giving Team Yurko any chance of positioning themselves into that control zone. Team Kui's kind of just been in control this whole game. They've never let Team Yurko with Hammer play a clean end. Do you guys end up practicing kind of runs like this when you're out on the ice, or do you more or less leave it for the games?
it depends on the practice.
Mhm.
Generally, we have a focus for our practices, so really depends what that focus is.
A nice shot there, made that runs kind of still to a corner guard there, leaving just one red into the rings. So we can see our replay here. What a pure throw on that one.
Yeah, I really love that shot there for Abby.
Yeah. As we tune back in here, we see Team Kui just electing to throw that guard. Just gotta be careful with this path though. It has been a little bit more quick just from the fact of it curls a little bit less in this path. Sliding a little bit deep there, ending up leaving Team Yurko a chance to possibly tap that red out of that 4-foot.
If Team Yurko can manage to get this red rock out of the forfeit here, it would definitely elevate their chances of scoring a multiple.
Just goes to show how fast an end can change, can transform when
Team Yurko there, just hitting that top one, rolling over a little bit though. Not sure if they stayed third shot or not. It is quite close. Would be a very bold decision here to play that guard, 'cause if they overcurl again, it could lead Team Yurko to getting rid of that red and possibly scoring a handful here.
The best place to be would be, yeah, just off center, biting center, and even if you slip into the rings here, it's definitely not bad.
Yeah, line on this shot was more important, I think, than the weight there. Yeah, they
I
ended up staying on that center line, guarding majority of that rock. But I feel like with Team Yurko, you knowing that path's gonna curl, you can almost play like a back 8, back 12 weight, and you crash off your outside guard there, then you can possibly just spill into the rings for a third shot.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be light here though.
This shows here if Yurko can get this one out, how a resilient team can come back and score a quick pair back after giving up 2 steals.
Yeah, they definitely have stayed calm after giving up these steals for sure.
They spilled it enough, and I think they stuck around, sat shot, buried behind one. Just a very fun end going on. Lila Kui here on her first rock, just electing to play that nice draw underneath those 2 guards that are near the center on the right side of the sheet. Being aware though that this path is going to be running a little bit fast on this side. It's just going to dive at the end here, so they need to get into that curlier path. These sweepers work it over. What a great team shot by Team Kui. Yurko electing just for the freeze here. You guys like that call, or would you play possibly something else?
Yeah, I think I like the freeze here.
Mhm.
I think anything else is a little trickier to play. And it's not worth the risk at this point in the game.
I know. I was almost thinking if you're confident enough that you could play that to almost angle splash onto those reds, but then you'd leave your second shot open, leaving the possibility if you miss that shot, be giving the Team Kui a chance at 2 or 3 even for steal. Right now, Team Yurko just wants to make sure they score. 2 would be great here, but they need a score just to get on the board. Another steal here from Team Kui could really transform the game. This really needs to work over. Might catch that back one missing the top. Leaving Team Kui shot. What would you guys play in this situation? Would you elect more for a guard, or would you think another one in there knowing that you know that path?
Yeah, I think I'd probably throw another one in there, considering it's already pretty guarded, and coming to that back one would ultimately lead to just forcing Elena again.
Lila Kui here with her last. Sweeper's walking by. It appears to be a little bit heavy here. Not a great spot here would be to be leaving in double of any kind. We got a nice little zoom in image here to kind of see if we can tell who's closer between red and yellow. It is really close though, so might determine the shot choice of Team Yurko here.
This angle, though, definitely does help illuminate. Let's see. Shot, but it is super close.
Yeah. Elena Yurko here. Throwing about the same shot that she made last end, except this time she has a possibility of making it for two. I think she has in her twice. Just playing the draw through the chords here, sorry. Seeing if she can't get shot rock off this one, but it appears to be coming up a little bit light.
Just stopping on the shine of the light there. Looks like, we'll see what we get here.
Yeah, see if it's 1 or 2 for red.
It's like we're measuring here.
I'd like to thank the umpires for all their time they put into this event. Really wouldn't happen without their help, so grateful for them.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium Leduc. After 3 ends in a close measure, Team Cooey is up 4-0 against Team Yurko in the 4th. Do you guys like that turn of the corner guard?
I'm not sure. I do like that it's a little bit of a shorter roll, but it also does have the chance for Team Kui to be throwing up a guard on that and kind of nullifying your yellow rock over there on the corner. I do like the other turn, though. I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could also be Team Cooey adapting to the ice.
Very nice 2 rocks there from Ella Cardinal. She's playing exceptionally well today and has set up the ends almost perfectly at every single end so far. Something to watch for the rest of the game here. Now, throwing is Kendra Cooch. One sliding a little bit deep there. Ice is getting a little bit faster here. Seems to be getting up to full speed. What a nice double there. Just spilling both out of the rings. One's still in play, but it's just kind of back there as a catcher right now. As we see it here on the replay. A good sweep there to get that to curl. Nice throw and rolled partially buried. Now Team Kui has to be a little bit careful though. If they hit this and stuff on that one of their own that's kind of out of the rings there, could bring in some trouble and possible for multiples here.
Great shot there.
Nice throw. Now Team Mirko's electing to play their draw underneath this corner guard, trying to freeze to that red there while staying shot.
I like this call here. It definitely elevates their chances to score a multiple.
Yeah. Did end up sliding a little bit tight or didn't get it quite out there, and it's just ended up throwing up a second guard there. So maybe Team Kui a chance here to really put more pressure on them. One end here of Team Yurko's been a little bit struggling on getting a solid 2 set up for the back end here.
Team Kui's doing a great job here of adapting to the ice and the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, the scoreboard really magnifies the job that Team Kui is doing right now. Really nice throw there. Where else would you guys want that rock? Would you want it deeper or a little bit higher? What's the on that one?
I think I like that spot there. It makes the hit and roll a little more difficult as if you do make that hit and roll, you're not shot. So I like that spot.
Yeah, I agree with that one. What a nice throw there, leaving themselves shot and still a little bit frozen onto that red rock there.
Yeah, that definitely does transform the end there.
Timeout called by Tina Johnston.
What Tina has envisioned here. What do you guys think?
I'm not sure. I think that red will probably try and draw underneath that center there. And see where else they go. Maybe they play a little bit of a tap onto that yellow there. Oh yeah, that's what she said. And I don't really see anything else that they'd be doing. I feel like going around their center there would be a little bit too aggressive here this early on. But Team Yurko has really been resilient in these ends. They've been really trying to set up and try to get their multiples here. Just really hard to hold on to these ends for them. Appears to be a little bit wide here. I need a little bit help over from the sweeper. Might be time to switch and maybe hold that line, trying to get a tick off that red. just goes by it. Team Yurko, just trying to draw underneath that center, that one that's kind of split in the top 12 there. See if they can't bury a good one here, that'll be very good for them. Trying to set up their 2 here. Need to get full 8-foot there. Need the sweepers to drag it as far as they can. I think they got it enough there. So they are shots 1 and 2. So now it's putting a little bit of pressure on Kui, which we haven't seen much of this entire game.
Looks like Team Kui is eyeing up the run here. I like this call a lot.
Especially being up, right? I think it's important to hit those.
Yeah. If you hit it dead nose, you can even get the ones on the right there moving a little bit where the one that you're running moves.
Create a bit of separation and eliminate that harmony between the 2 rocks.
Look Kui's first rock here. See if she can't make this run back and stay around that center line. There's Curly Mott's here. Oh, just over curled a hair there. Just missed it. This is leaving the door open here for Yurko to set up their chance for a possible 3 or possibly even more than that. Where would you put this rock if you're Team Yurko that wouldn't hurt yourself?
I think I like wrapping another one around that center there. Or yeah, around the corner guards is also a great option. But Nectar calling a timeout here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I love though trying to go around those center because if you come too deep, you give them the out of the end of letting them play that freeze.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, I think I like coming around the corner here.
Yeah, if you go around that corner, you can possibly sit there. If you come up a little bit light, you could leave the double, but then you'll always be seeing half that rock underneath that center guard. So
Yeah.
I think the ideal spot is somewhere on that U or on the Leduc go up there. Almost on the U or the left side of those rings. Make sure this rock stays out there early. Can't let it hit that break point too early because once it crosses that center line, it really starts to go sideways. So can't lose the line early. Appears to be rushing down this ice here a little bit fast, so gonna need it to curl up to get a little bit of a bump.
It's pretty good here. A little up weight, but they can afford to be.
Really nice throw there. Doesn't leave much for a hit there. If they hit all they can see, I believe that at least one of those yellows stays, possibly even both. So
Yeah.
not sure if the call there is to be playing this hit, but I feel like you might be playing that run again. If you can play that run again, that might not even do any good because yellow will still be sitting too.
Yeah. Kui definitely in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah. We just watched them over curl this path, so see if they don't make that right adjustment and eliminate one. And even if they make this perfect, I think Yurko can still draw in for their 3, making this a new ball game. This is the first kind of pressure we've seen on Lila Kui. She's mostly had to be throwing guards because her team's been setting her up really nicely in these early ends and has been resulting in steals early.
Sweeper's on it right out of the hand here.
Yeah, appears to be a little bit tight here. It's really going.
Great shot there by Lila Kui to eliminate one yellow rock.
Really nice. Yellow does still sit too, so they'll probably just go down that same draw path, I would assume, but you never know. Now at the last rock, Lena Yurko drawing for her 3. Slide there. Appears to be on that same path that she just followed down. A little bit wider if that.
Sweeper's staying on it.
We'll need to curl it if they want that backing or that tap on it. Oh, it's just moving in there.
They're right.
There you go.
Great throw. So that puts Team Kui up 4-3 over Team Yurko after 4, heading into the 4th end break.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Don't forget your brooms.
Come on up. Well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, yeah!
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium Leduc. I'm Haley Adams, and I'm joined with Abby Whitbread and Colby McDonald. We're here for our feature sheet of the U18 Optimist Alberta Provincial Championships. After 4 rounds of play, Cooey is up 4-3.
After 4 ends here, the key matchups that we're watching are the back end and the front end. So for Team Cooey, the front end is shooting about 84%, while Team Yurko's is about a 90. And on the back end for both teams are shooting 75%. So that's really important to see that both teams are curling well, as well as the key matchup there is the skips percentages is Lila Cooey shooting an 87.5 there, and Lena Yurko shooting a 71.8. But those numbers are a little bit different on the sense of the shot difficulty that each skip has been throwing. As I said before, that Elena Cooey has been putting a lot more pressure, and her team's been putting more pressure on Team Yurko, making them throw those harder shots and definitely lower percentage shots.
Both teams are definitely playing phenomenal here, though.
Yeah, both teams are really just razor sharp, as those stats did say. A draw there from Casey Johnston, just a little bit deep into the rings there. Seeing that usually out of the fourth end break, that ice is usually up to speed and doesn't really slow out as much. Doesn't seem to get frosty at all. Team Mirko looking to apply a little bit more pressure and make Team Kui make those harder shots. Seems like Team Kui's been able to set up the ends really well with Al Cardinal curling at 95%. Been able to set it up and apply that pressure early and just be able to throw those guards and protect that rock in the forefoot.
This team has definitely been able to pinpoint draw weight.
Team Kui here, still looking to play this nice little lighter weight hit. What kind of weight would you guys play on this one? Like,
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful because it's definitely better to miss on the guard here. Fortunately, it's like it's just sliding by, but I think they did elect to throw the right weight there, a board weight.
Yeah. I would usually like to play a little bit lighter weight on those, just in the sense of you really do need to stick your shooter there to apply that pressure. If
Yes.
you roll out, then it kind of results in the same thing, team letting the other team just establish a better rock underneath that guard.
Yeah, you definitely don't need explosive weight there.
Team Yurko just throwing that guard there, trying to protect theirs in the forefoot. Just came up and put on a pretty good spot there, but does leave that double peel available for Team Kui. See if she can make that. It just stuffed that one on the center line, almost making it guard that yellow rock of Team Yurko's a little bit more. Where would you guys want to put this one? I feel like a halfway guard, even if you creep into the rings, isn't bad, but you want to avoid trying to leave that double peel or even a double with one in the rings there.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
I feel like on this rock, I'd rather go and not throw the high to halfway guard. So it would take at least a couple shots to go there, where it forces also Team Kui to switch gears and make a draw underneath. I feel like coming in here a little bit too early could have the possibility of leaving Team Kui a shot or maybe getting it out or a double here. But really nice throw though. Kind of the best of both worlds on that one.
Yeah.
See, close on this double here. Moved all three rocks, but only got rid of the one there. Pretty good. Jericho does have another chance to throw up that guard. Then a Yurko's first rock here. Selecting to play one top 8, top 12. Trying to bury around both those rocks. Does appear to be running a little bit heavy here. So we might have to switch to a plan of tapping their yellow back, which does end up working out very well here.
Yeah, that's a really great shot there.
That puts Team Kui with that pressure that we talked about that they haven't seen much of. What were you guys thinking about this shot here? What is the easy way that Kui could possibly get two here or even one?
Yeah, I think with this shot here, it's super important to be shot after. So it looks like Lila's just playing a board weight and hoping to come to the nose, even getting a little roll. I don't know if I love that actually, but
You guys see which way would you rather her miss? Rather be tight or a little bit wide on this one? Which side would you rather open up?
I think it's probably better to peel off your red one, be a little tight.
Yeah. Yeah, but in this situation as a skip, you don't have much options for the miss here. So Let's see her make this and see if Lena Yurko can't make one to follow it up.
So they got to get it by that yellow.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication on that one. Spilling another yellow into the rings here. Oh, just spun out there. Team Yurko has a chance to put a little bit of pressure. Would you guys rather throw a guard on this one or maybe play another tap on that same yellow that you just tapped in?
I don't hate the tap here actually, but the draw is definitely a safe call to secure the two.
Yeah, I definitely like the tap here because even if you tap it, even if you do throw the triple would be you rolling out, so it'd be a force either way. Would either you be getting a couple or not. But these rocks are also in a very good position that it does make it hard for Team Kui to be able to draw in there and get even one. Elena Yurko's last rock here, just sliding down. Just trying to get a little piece of that center line on the left side to guard both of their rocks. Make sure you guard that outside one. You're okay to leave a little bit of a port because it would be very tricky to stick around there. It's really staying out there. Got to make it work over. A little bit of a tighter port, but might be able to squeeze through there and get rid of one yellow. I'm not sure about both there. Those rocks are staggered in the wrong way to be getting that one that shot. It appear they do want to try it here.
Timeout called by Tina Johnston.
Did end up electing to maybe play a little bit less weight at this or change the ice.
Mhm.
What would you rather do in this situation? Would you rather play the hit here or do you rather?
I think I'd play the hit here. You just saw this path, so knowing what to change, communicating that between the team.
What are some ways that you guys tend to be able to come out of the break a little bit hotter and not flat?
I think just making sure we're keeping that communication up and reminding each other about the paths and what we've noticed from the first half of the game just keeps that flow going.
Yeah, it definitely keeps the team communication fluid and
Having to curl this rock here. They're on that outside yellow. A rack on it, giving a steal of 2 to Yurko. There's a definite game changer on this one with Team Yurko leading 5-4 going into this end.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Band has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium Leduc. We're here for our feature sheet, Team Q against Team Yurko. With a big steal from Team Yurko, they are now up 5-4.
In the sixth end of play, what do we expect to see from both teams?
I would expect the high level of play to continue as both leads have been curling around 95 for Ella Cardinal and uh, lead for Elena Yurko, Kendra Kosh.
Yeah, they've both been unstoppable.
Yeah, only a 5% difference on both of them. So we can expect this end to be set up very strongly. Both teams here setting up the end quite well. Team Yurko electing just to draw underneath that staggered center guard there. That red from Team Kui did slide into the rings here, making it a little bit dangerous here for Team Yurko. Looking at a couple of those outside little biters. Does your team ever tend to worry about those ones that kind of just trickle into the rings a little bit, or are you guys more okay with letting those stay around?
Yeah, I think it definitely depends on the situation. If we have our draw weight locked in, then I think we tend to ignore them. But if we've been playing more of a hit game, then I think we'd probably try and hit that for sure. How about you guys?
Yeah, I don't know. It tends to be usually a big score when all those, as we call them, flobs, stick around on the outside of the rings there. They usually tend to come and bite you in the rear end.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Nice little lighter weight hit here to try and get rid of that rock thrown by yellow. This looks like it's going to be a nice little roll underneath that corner. A little bit big, but that's all good.
Team Kui back with the momentum here, sitting 3.
Definitely. Definitely been a whirlwind of a game considering that Team Kui ends up stealing 4 in those first couple ends, and then Team Yurko scoring 5 in 2 ends. At this point, do you ever think about bailing by possibly making a hit and a roll, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think Team Yurko's playing very aggressive right now, but I definitely don't hate the idea of hitting here, considering letting all these rocks stay in here could lead to a big end.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely is a little bit nerve-wracking, especially a couple missed shots here or wrong bounces the wrong way. That Team Yurko could be giving up a mithful. Just coming up a little bit light of that back red one, but that's in a good position. Still showing a piece on that inside half though, so Team Kui will be making a play at that. Probably just playing a hack weight here.
Yeah, that's great weight there.
Yeah, I like the hack weight here because even if you're a little bit tight, you chip off that yellow rock, you could spill into the ring, still sit shots 2 to 5 just with that one yellow in there. So I do like the weight choice on this rock being thrown.
So it clears on it right out of the hand. Get it by. Looks like a great throw there by Casey Johnston.
Just squeaks it by. That's really nice. Now Team Yurko might have to be starting to reconsider this.
Yeah, with Team Kui sitting 4 now.
Let's take another look at this. See how much they got by it. I can't imagine it's more than an inch here.
Yeah, honestly breathtaking. That was an electric shot there.
Just ended up sliding past that one, taking out that back red of theirs. Now Kui has a chance to draw in here and sit 4, with 3 of them going to be pretty much buried. Besides, yeah. Let's see if they can't put one in the top of the rings here. Going a little bit wide out of hand here. Let's see how this one finishes off. Really trying to work that rock over.
Yeah, it's got a curl to get off that yellow there.
Yeah, appears like they might get a piece of that. Might need it with that weight.
Just get it by. Slide to the back forefoot, it looks like.
Yeah. Little sweeper's trying to work its way back.
Definitely not an ideal spot as now Team Yurko can get shot rock and be frozen.
Yeah, that kind of gives Team Yurko the out here. If they can make a really nice freeze here, that could be the difference between them getting 1 and them giving up 4. That rock here, Team Kui's just electing to a little bit of a draw, trying to establish that control zone and make sure that Team Yurko can't get rid of a handful of the rocks. I like the miss in this one is pro miss would be a bit of a lighter shot here.
Yeah.
Coming up as a 3 guard, if not top 12, would be better than sliding all the way to the tee line.
Yeah, definitely got to keep it top house here.
That's a really nice throw there.
Yeah, great spot there for Team Kui.
Team Yurko is in a little bit of trouble here. They're gonna have to make a really nice hit and roll to try and get out of this end, but if they can bury that rock, then I think they should be set up pretty well.
Looks like a timeout call here from Coach Glenn Ector.
I think he might be trying to tell them probably the same thing, is that you might need to make one of these hit and roll, at least make one of them go, and try and see if you can't roll in a little bit. Because if you can even bury half a rock under there, they can't get rid of that without losing their back red.
It's definitely dangerous leaving this many reds in play here.
The way this ice is swinging as well, I don't think a freeze option on that left one is there, but I feel like the only place they could get to is just straight nose, but you'd need to sit a little bit on the inside part.
Yeah.
Another option could be to come down and just play a little bit of a tap, like a little bit of a heavy draw. Either come down on the left one or that back one with the back of the ring. If you're a little bit wide, you can chip off that outside red as well. Looks like they're electing just to try and play that draw, but we've seen maybe the ice getting a little bit flatter because I've seen them under curl it here for most of it. So maybe some of that break point snap we saw early is fading a little bit. Lena Yurko's first rock here coming down. Appears to be a little bit heavy, and they are making this curl. Been on it for a while here. See if they can't get by it. They just sneak past. See where this one ends up here. Really nice shot. Just bounces off though, leaving it right in the middle of that port. I'm not sure if you ever play that there?
It's definitely a tricky shot, and you never want to double off your own.
You gotta be careful with this one. You see they barely got by that top one and the one in the top four. Very tricky shot. Absolute perfect placement. It does appear that they're going to be trying to throw some weight through there. If they're ever a little bit wide or a little bit tight, they could be getting rid of a couple of their own here and turning the tides on this end. You have to be very careful with this throw here. Do you ever hate throwing the other turn at this?
That was my first thought, but now seeing this, I don't hate this call either. I think it might be a little easier. Just going hard early. Gotta keep it on the center line here. Looks really close.
Very close.
Oh, and just
Tips
the
off her
top
outside
one,
one and ends up sticking on it anyways.
I think that actually worked out better than what the result would have been from
Yeah, I agree.
because it doesn't leave that one open. So great shot there. Actually surprised you could even catch that. Oh, Team Cooey looking at quite a few here.
Lena Yurko's last rock coming down here. I believe they're just going to try and come down to that one on the left side of the rings, or the left side of that 4 foot.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure here. Would you ever consider playing the hit and rule on that red behind their center there?
I definitely would be considering that because even if you throw a decent amount of weight, it looks like you can get rid of both, possibly 2 or 3 reds. So
Yeah, it also, if you get that roll, you might even be in position to steal here.
just sneaks by that guard there. Really got to get the weight going though. I just lost its weight there. My ice might be getting a little bit flat, but team we once they can try and play that little soft weight hit on the outside there and score 5. What's your opinion on this? Because it looks like are they out counting them all? Maybe.
I think they are sitting their 4, so
Yeah.
I do like this call. The late put here. This way you don't mess with your 4, so I like this call. Bit of an unknown path though. We've been seeing a lot of throws down the center, so
Look who's last stone here. They're sweeping hard to try and break down some of that frost for her to get a piece of that 4 foot there.
looks really close.
It's really close. Needs to sit, needs to sit. Ooh, might have spilled a little bit farther. It's really close between that one that she just threw and the one on the far right. Besides that, it looks like confirmed 4 for red and possibly a 5th. Not entirely sure though. Might
Yeah,
have
that's super close.
might have to put a stick on a couple. Confirmed 3 score for Kui. Just waiting on the results of this measure. Does appear to be at least one more red. I would say just from this camera angle. What a dominant end from Team Kui.
Definitely.
Well, not sure what happened with that back one there. They confirmed it or if they said waiting on score confirmation here after the end here.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium Leduc. After an exhilarating 6th end, Team Kui is now up 9-5 over Team Yurko. Sorry about that. Score is now 8-5 for Team Yurko. For Team Kui, sorry.
Now we have Team Kui just placing 2 into that forfeit there. How would you guys recover from giving up a big end?
I think it's important just to leave that end in the past and just keep going with your team strategy. I think also making sure everyone's on the same page and keeping everyone into the game is super important.
I agree. Also, changing up the strategy a little bit, playing a lot more aggressive considering it's in the 7th end.
Definitely.
I guess you'll see more taps and draws rather than open hits here. So this rock is also just kind of going sideways. So it looks like they're going to be ending up setting up a double corner on the same side here. Let's see how this works out for them. Do you, when you're down, ever play those kind of rather than a hit? Do you ever just push them back to the back rings, just kind of as catchers, or?
Yeah, we have done that for sure.
You're on that shot there, Team Yurko might want to like play a little bit less weight on that because sticking there is very crucial. You really need to keep rocks in play here, and even playing full hits might not even be the choice here. Pushing them to the back 12, back 8, sometimes as his catchers, can be even added scoring zones besides behind guards. It makes a nice little cheeky double peel there for the double board. Now, if you're Team Yurko, are you playing these kind of more towards the center line as well, or
I'm called by Glenn Exter.
Looks like Reese going hard to make this one curl here. Looks like they are just playing a lighter weight tap here.
just pushing rocks to the back here?
That's a great throw there.
If they make this long roll here, it's still not a great spot for Team Kui because if Team Yurko can make the same shot on their next one here, it's 2 rocks in the back of the 8 foot that Team Yurko can freeze to and use to possibly score or even jam rocks.
Yeah, I don't even mind getting rid of both of these rocks here.
I agree. If you could almost get to nose, that would almost be better because then
Yeah.
it almost gets rid of that right red on the jam.
Yeah.
Don't love the big roll here, especially if you end up behind T. Also picking that is very good miss there. Have your Team Yurko, what will you be doing here? Do you like the idea of trying to freeze on top one in the top 4, or would you rather try and maybe move it off the top of the button?
I think I'm like freezing for this shot and then in the future playing a few taps on that.
If you're Team Kui, though, if you play that freeze, do you not just guard it since you already shot?
That's also true.
I do like a little bit of weight here, even trying to tap to the back 4 if you can get to the inside here. Be a really good shot.
Looks like they're just over curling slightly.
Yeah, just the curled kind of chapped off it and sitting right in the open there.
An unfortunate roll there. So Team Kui opting to throw the nose hit here. Little roll under isn't bad either.
Yeah, they don't really want to stay too nose or even roll out a little bit because might end up leaving a double.
Looks like they might just peel it out of here.
Yeah. I have a no nonsense, so no reason of keeping too many rocks in play here.
Really just sliding a little deep there from Team Yurko.
They really had an opportunity there to kind of set up there to try and create there too.
For Team Kui, you definitely don't want to keep your shooter here.
For sure. Rolling out here would be a great spot.
Yeah, if you're sitting behind T line there, it could give Team Yurko another chance to score if they can ever make that tap, or if they even just decide to draw and freeze onto that. Would make it a lot harder, but I feel like at this point you're having to move rocks out of that button area. Lila Kui here on her first rock of the 7th end.
What weight would you throw at this?
I'd be playing definitely a little bit more cautious weight. Personally, I like to throw a little bit less weight rather than heavier, but I'd probably be playing around easy, so kind of like a 10-5 or anywhere between 10-5 to a nice board 11-5. Yeah. I'm okay with sticking this rock, but I just always want to make sure that I'm moving granite out of the ring.
Yeah, it's got a curl here.
Yeah, that path on that left side of that 4-foot line definitely seems to be running a little bit straight as we saw 2 straight rocks of Team Kui's just running straight.
Yeah.
Mirko here just looking to make that straight freeze. But might be ideal to tap that a bit and remove that rock from the button area.
Yeah, if you freeze in this one, I think Team Kui just throws up a guard here, to try and make a run back or something. You definitely have to be shot after this, or Team Kui will end up just guarding. But as your Team Yurko, I think you're definitely trying to get your 2 here, if not blank, but that blank does not seem to be in place, so you got to go hard for your 2 here. I do like a little bit of throwing like a back 12 and trying to spill underneath that guard a little bit while pushing that to the back of the ring. Definitely got to be shot at this one. You can't be light on this rock here. Appear to be over curling again here. She's going to get a piece of that 4-foot. It's its second shot. That is not a bad spot because, as we were talking about before, that is kind of a little bit of a straighter path. But also, Team Kui is shot rock here, so they don't really have to make a play on that yellow.
Timeout called by Tina Johnston.
What would you guys play in this situation here?
You know, I don't mind a top 12 rock here or even a tight guard. I think the only shot Team Yurko has then is the slash on their yellow, and that's still only for their single point. So I don't hate a guard.
Yeah, no diggity, no doubt. Team Lila Kui just look play their shot. I think they're going to go with that top 12, top 8, and let Team Yurko take their 1. If Team Yurko gets their 1 here, it's going to be hard pressed to get their steal of 2 in the 8th end here to tie this game up. Lila Kui here, just about to throw her last stone of the 7th end. Lila Kui's rock here, just sliding down, over curling a hair, it seems. What would you play here if you are Lena Yurko?
I think I would lean more towards playing the slash on that yellow there. It looks like it's pretty natural getting by that guard. Like if you get by that guard, it looks like it makes it pretty naturally.
Yeah,
It seems like it's a bit of a harder shot.
definitely appears like they might be trying some kind of tap on that one in the button there because I don't think they can get shot from this side.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, I don't.
They must be trying to move that rock out and stay within that 4 foot area. So they must be playing a little bit of weight here, but it does appear to be maximum ice. Sweeper staying close, having to curl it here. Really having to curl it. Oh, I think just a little bit too much weight and a little bit too much line on that one.
Steal of one for Team Kui, which puts them up 9-5 after 7.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium Leduc. I'm Haley Adams, and I'm joined with Abby Whipred and Colby McDonald. After a steal here, Team Kui is up 9-5 in our feature sheet at the U18 Optimist Alberta Provincial Championships.
Team Kui here electing to throw both of their first 2 rocks through the rings here. I definitely agree with that. When you're up 4, you definitely don't need more rocks in play, causing more problems than doing you any good, I would say.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And Ella Cardinal for Team Kui has been curling 91% through the first 7 ends. She's playing really well, setting up that end exceptionally for the rest of Team Kui. And Indra Kosh curling a very nice 90% through the first 8 ends here. Right, they elect to throw their first 3 rocks there for Team Kui through the rings.
Team Yurko with double corner guards here.
And this one's just sliding a little bit deep here, though. Just to the back of the rings. Almost caught Violet Kui sleeping a little bit with it sliding past that T line and her having to run up to sweep it there. They're just going to elect to play this peel here. Very strong outing from both front ends, with the combined front end of Kui curling 80% and the combined front end of Team Yurko curling 87%.
That's electrifying.
That made shot from Team Kui there. Just looking quite open here for them to sustain the lead here, finishing off the 8th end. Would you play anything different in this 8th end here, or maybe throw up one more guard, I would say?
Yeah.
Maybe one like a tight guard or something. Not sure though. You have to do score 4, so it's pretty difficult to keep 4 rocks in the rings. Just into the back 12 foot there. Our team Kui is just gonna elect to peel this one. Do you ever think you'd peel it maybe the other way, try and catch that one in the rings and end the game right here, right now?
Yeah, I agree.
Now Team Yurko having to put the rest of their rocks here into the rings to try and hold on to 4 and their hopes of a win tonight. The win here today, Team Kui will be able to take the 3rd spot or the number 3 rank from Team Yurko, as the records would be tied, but they're head-to-head, obviously today, with Kui leading Yurko. How important do you think those seeding games are into these provincials?
Yeah, I think they're super important considering that 1-2 game and the 3-4 game being in an elimination. You definitely want to make sure you get that 1 or 2 spot.
Yeah, definitely. The win here, it makes it a little bit easier as well to catch those rank 2 and 1 right now.
Yeah.
Just gonna have a little timeout here.
Timeout called by Glenn Ector.
I think he's saying maybe just wrap it around that one in the top of the rings there, and maybe try and hope for a miss on that path that's been curling a little bit more than the rest.
Yeah, I think you gotta start lining all your rocks up here and hope for a mistake here.
Definitely.
Yeah, if they nose that top one, I think that one that's at the back on the petroleum co-op side will be able to outcount the one if they nose it, which will be very important because then Team Yurko will be able to sink another one underneath. Does appear to be a little bit tight here, so they might have to switch to a plan B of a tap or possibly even a split. See if they can make that adjustment on the fly here.
Starts to collide and tap that one to the 8 foot.
It's not a bad spot to leave that, although unfortunately it does leave those to able to make a pretty easy double there. Team Lila Kui here. She makes the double. She's able to put Team Yurko away for the night. Does appear to be a little bit tight there. It started to curl out of hand, so see how this one faces off here.
Looks pretty close.
Yep. Knows that.
Great throw.
And we'll end the game here.
So chicks after 9-5 score for Team Kui.
I want to thank you all for watching and listening to us today. And I want you to stay classy, Curling Alberta.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice band has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.